What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. I'm Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I'm joined by the podcast dad. He sits under a branch of some kind. Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah. Are you even? Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Did you miss me?
Are you?
Did you miss me?
Kidding
Johnny's
me?
back.
Really?
Hello, Mr. Cincinnati. How are we on this fine Tuesday afternoon?
I get no heads up that you're doing this. Like none whatsoever.
Hey, Johnny's live, baby. Johnny's live.
That's what you think of this friendship.
Johnny's live.
What? I mean,
how have you been?
Forgive my surprise, but what the hell are you doing here?
No surprise. Hey, what are you talking about?
It's a surprise. What the hell are you doing here?
The bat signal was put out. JVF UTLT is here, so don't you worry about me. You know the acronym?
You just ruined my fucking Tuesday.
Do you understand the abbreviation?
You just ruined. Yes, I know the damn abbreviation. All right.
I am a member of the Learning Tree Society. And I am so happy to be back with you, to be back with the live audience. Shout out to you, Mr. Too Sweet. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm ready to talk some wrestling with you because, man, we had a saucy episode of Raw last night, didn't we?
Yeah, well, you're about to get a chapped-ass co-host. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's regroup. It's not about him. Anyway, guys, welcome back. It's always good to see y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, make sure that you're in those chats. Hit that QR code in the top left corner. Remember to like, share, subscribe. If you know one person that would enjoy this podcast, please share it with them. Would you not pantomime while I'm doing this? I'm trying to actually promote this show.
I don't know what that means.
Thank you very much. Yeah, make sure to support the Wrestling Junkies merch store. We've got t-shirts, tank tops, hats, beanies and not hats.
We don't have hats, sir. I just checked the other day. There are no hats because I was told the podcast ad would be wearing one. I'm wearing a shirt right now. It looks fantastic.
Well,
also,
looks all right
hello.
On you, I guess. That's fine. What? Why are you saying hello to me?
Get a mug. Don't have hats.
I did get a mug. I have a mug. I have one right here.
You have a mug or you have a mug?
I really wish that somebody would have, how hard is it to write a memo just saying that Johnny's going to be on the show?
Were you not on the email?
Did no one think to, you?
Bill, did we not put Mr. Robinson on the email? Bill.
Mr. Cincinnati to you.
That Wile E. Coyote Bill. You know him. Are you finished with your plugs?
Oh, yeah. Mr. Cincinnati will be on the Wrestling Spotlight show again, joining Mr. Gerald Bentley to talk all things WWE and AEW. The podcast dad is too lazy to show up this week, but you know what? Nevertheless, we press on. What? He's not here. I can say what I want. That's
not very nice. That is your co-host. That is your best friend in the wrestling business, and that's how you're going to treat him? That's not very nice.
Well, you know what? Okay. And
you need to apologize.
No, I'm not going to apologize. Okay.
I'll receive the memo. Main Event Network knew this was happening today. I don't know why. Did you just not check?
And yet I can't get overruns approved from when we go past 7:00, and yet they get it. You know what? It's okay.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Just because you don't check the email is not my fault. But we are here with the power of positivity. It's a new day. I am under the learning tree. I'm also an advocate. I don't know if you've heard that.
I've heard the podcast dad's an advocate.
Johnny loves everyone.
Good. You're not my favorite today, though. All right. All right. I guess we have to do this. Are you ready? Did you watch last night?
I did watch the saucy episode we had last night. Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. Go get a room.
Dom has a wife, a mommy, and a side chick. It is unfair.
some people just have it. And Dominik Mysterio apparently don't interrupt me. Dominik Mysterio just seems to be that person that has it. Like he said in the backstage segment, I don't know why all these women are attracted to me. I didn't do anything. Dom,
it's not the mullet.
It's the mullet. It's the stash. It's the great heritage that he brings to the ring.
Stash can stay. Mullet's got to go, but that's just me.
He's fantastic. I love this story. Love that Liv is really embracing this character and really going to take everything away from Rhea Ripley, because when Rhea Ripley comes back, oh my God, when Rhea Ripley comes back, scorched earth.
That pop once that music hits too. I mean, it's going to be just.
It's going to
be otherworldly. Yeah, no, it very much is. I mean, but let's kind of break this down here a little bit. Excuse me.
DX style.
So, sure. We're about a week and a half away from Clash of the Castle. Does Liv have a match lined up already for the Women's World Championship?
She does not.
That is, and Becky kind of pointed this out in one of her promos in the build-up to their match in Saudi Arabia. That okay, yeah, you've got the Revenge Tour. What next after this? What realistically are you going to do? Who's your next target? How are you going to set the tone for the rest of your championship reign once you've done what you said that you were going to do, and that's take everything from Rhea Ripley?
So I want to say last PLE, the Saudi Arabia show,
it
was Becky and Liv. Who was not on that card?
Natalya.
Bayley.
Also true.
Now it's Bayley's turn, I think. I think they're going to kind of work this how, if you're going to have 5 matches, not all your titles are going to get defended.
Sure.
So they're going to kind of do an every other month thing to, keep challengers fresh, to keep programs fresh, not do the you have a match every month kind of thing. Is that the booking philosophy that we're going to see from Triple H moving forward? It might be. You know who else is not going to be on this card by the looks of it right now?
Shayna Baszler.
Your 2024 King of the Ring. It doesn't look like he's going to be on this card. So I think now that you're going to have these smaller cards, I don't think we're going to see everybody every month. And is that the correct strategy to keep everybody fresh? It's up to us to decide, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Do you think that's a booking strategy that could work?
I mean, if it has to, if this is going to be the new norm of 5 or 6 matches on a card and not a bloated 10, 11, 12 match card like their number 2 counterpart does right now. Will the podcast dad still get a stick up his ass because LA Knight's not on those shows? Experience says yes, but I think this is a way to keep everybody kind of fresh. And in the case of Gunther, he's going to get an entire pay-per-view in August.
And he probably has the pay-per-view in Germany as well. So he will have his. Well, SummerSlam is also in August, so relax.
I thought they're both in August.
Well, they might be.
One's at the beginning.
There are 2 PLEs in August, so I'm just letting you know. Yes, he gets a WWE title shot in August as well at SummerSlam. So you got to specify. Hey, Johnny's smart. You're smart. Kyle, I don't know. Maybe he didn't figure out which one we were talking about. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Speaking of Gunther, this is his best friend, Ludwig Kaiser, put on a hell of a match with Sheamus last night. Got a win over 4-time world champion, biggest win of Kaiser's to date on the main roster. Are we seeing the beginning of this? And shut up, Kyle.
Wow, that was okay. Hey, again, Johnny's happy to be here. I don't know why you're so upset. It's
because nobody told me.
I'm happy to see you. So I miss, seeing your aura. So, yes, Ludwig Kaiser. Big win last night over Sheamus. Could this be the start of something? Maybe, perhaps. Do you want to see Ludwig Kaiser on his own without Gunther? I don't. I like them as a group because How would he do on his own? I'm not sure quite yet. I don't know if it's time to start this singles push. Maybe it is a mid-card-ish run for him, but how's Giovanni Vinci doing?
He is in the middle of being repackaged right now, I'm sure. But I'm not necessarily advocating for an Imperium split in order for Kaiser to...
as an advocate.
I know that. He made that very clear yesterday.
I just want to make sure you don't advocate too much because he's the advocator. You're a lawyer. Use a simile or whatever those words are called.
Simile, metaphor, symbolism.
Synonym. That's the word I'm looking for. Hot dog. Found it. Right up here. Right up here.
Who the fuck said that this was a good idea?
You walked me down the path and I turned right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. What was the question?
You asked it. I don't remember.
I can't with you. I cannot do this.
Sorry. What happened?
I can't do.
Bill, is this you? Happy April Fool's Day, huh?
Happy Pride Month to me. Anyway, yeah, so when we're looking at this, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, I'm not necessarily looking for them to necessarily split or this be an official end of Imperium, but that's not to say that these guys both can't feast, especially if we're looking at Gunther. I mean, look at it this way. Yes, this is his first world title shot, but it ain't going to be the last. I mean, if we think that Gunther's going back to the Intercontinental Championship now that he's finally ascended to the main event, having won King of the Ring, it's just not going to happen. So, yeah, let's see what Kaiser has here. I mean, there was clearly very little faith in Imperium as a tag team because how many tag team title reigns do they have once they hit the main roster?
How many matches did they win?
So about the same number, and it's yeah. So
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
I mean, at this point, it's just let's see what they got here with him. I mean, he and Gunther both got in incredible shape once they hit the main roster, and their work has been exceptional. I mean, Vinci did kind of feel like the odd man out throughout this main roster run. This is very different than the Imperium that we saw in NXT UK. So yeah, I'm fine with this. And you got Sheamus putting him over too. Let's go. Let's see what they can do with him. I mean, we're gonna have to look at Money in the Bank, I think he might qualify for Money in the Bank here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there right now.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. They're obviously high on him. So
yeah,
new stars are great. Let's move on with this. I like. I'm not mad at a Ludwig Kaiser, singles run. I don't want that break quite yet. I want to see him in the full Gunther glory as him as the world champion.
Speaking of new stars, Bron Breakker, Ricochet, finally going one-on-one after several weeks of spears. And Bron Breakker pulls off what is probably the most flawless Frankensteiner off the top rope I think I've ever seen, and then right into the spear. I think he went ahead and speared Ricochet right out of WWE and into AEW. I think that's fair to say.
I don't know about that, but Braun is a freak. That guy is.
Holla if you hear me.
He is crazy athletic. He is crazy. He's crazy. They got something with him. He's going to be.
Yeah.
There are some Brock Lesnar size shoes that have been left.
Yep.
And I think he could easily fill that as kind of the beast that runs.
And he's significantly more charismatic.
He is. And then we've seen that he can do it both. He can be a babyface. He can be a heel. He can be in a tag team. That guy's the future right there. I think they have a nice little crop of talent with him. You're going to get him and Ilya next week, which okay. Ilya Dragunov is in there. Carmelo Hayes is on SmackDown. Yes, he did flub the line, but that's okay.
It happens.
It's live,
People
pal.
do that.
The young talent they have coming up, it's scary how I think in a few years we're going to be talking about them in the WrestleMania main events.
So I'm actually I'm glad you brought that up. I was reading an article on Bleach Report essentially saying that Braun needs to be in a WrestleMania main event sooner than later. So If I set the over under at 3, how many years before he's in a main event? Under.
I think
Okay.
he's going to get that. You remember how quickly Brock Lesnar went up that card?
Yeah.
Like I think Brock.
Yeah, that was about 8 months before he was.
I think Braun's on that similar path. Like he is too good, I think, to hold down. And I could easily see, Triple H falling in love with that, going, that guy's a star. He can be a star. He has the look. He has everything. Like,
yeah,
I would say under.
Okay, that's fair, Xander. I'm gonna interpret that as a push, and let me know if I'm saying that right. I'm not good. I don't gamble. So.
That is a push. Johnny is a betting man. That is a push.
Cool. I remembered something today.
Good
but,
for you.
That wasn't the only news star to make an impact. Kiana James gets a win over Natalya, which I don't really think surprises anybody. But what did surprise people is she pulled out a line from her late great Uncle Owen, said enough is enough. Feels like it's time for a change for Natalya. She was seen talking to Sonya Deville. I think there's any smoke here.
Okay. Just like the podcast, Dad.
Just because you don't like it, at least have an opinion.
I don't care. I don't like it or dislike it. I don't care.
Fine. Okay.
I just don't. I'm sorry. But even that backstage segment with her and Sonya, she pushed her right to the side when we got the Zoe Stark and blanking on her name right now. Zoe Stark and what is her name?
I've already said it once today.
Who?
Shayna,
yes.
Jeez,
man. God, remember she beat Ronda Rousey in a big program at SummerSlam?
Remember when everybody went to the bathroom and missed it?
Yes. Could you see them making like some group with those four?
Why not?
Give them all something to do.
Yeah, and if there's one thing that Triple H is good at in this new era, I know we're going to keep saying it, is that he is at least getting creative with what he has on hand and trying to, just if it works, great. If it doesn't, they'll go back to the drawing board. But here is a group of women that, Natalya has been. I mean, she's a certified legend. She's not going to AEW. She's got some leverage in this situation when her contract comes due to probably get a few more extra bucks out of the deal. But I would say that this is. You
don't think she'd go to AEW?
No.
Even with the Owen Hart tournament? You don't think so?
No. I don't.
I think Tony Khan would pay a pretty penny to get her over there and participate in the Owen tournament.
Yeah, but at the same time, then, if I'm Natty, I have to think, okay, well, what the hell is he going to do with me? I mean, this is the same guy that says, oh, I'd love to have Ricky Starks back on television, but forgets that he's the one booking the damn television, and that's why Ricky Starks isn't on it. Make that make sense to me before we go, talking about, oh, yeah, you should go over there. It's like, it's fun. Yeah, that's an option there, and wrestlers have more leverage than they have ever before, but here we are. The AEW is not the new company on the block anymore. Okay, they're grizzled vets of this business, and we're starting to hear a whole lot about. We're hearing some very similar to WWE in 2019 creative being written week after week. What?
But did you ever think we would see Adam Copeland in AEW? I did not. For somebody that's been in that company for as long as she has. Why not go like on the tail end of your career? Why not go? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. There's never been an opportunity to go work for another company because there hasn't been another company. So why not go? Let's try it and see what happens. And at the end of the day, money talks. So if there's more money on the table to go to AEW, shit, I'd go to AEW too. Because realistically, creatively, what is she doing in WWE?
Creatively, what the hell is she going to do in AEW?
But that's creatively, what the hell is she doing in WWE?
At least it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't, and you have to think WWE. I still think that WWE has a slight leverage in the situation. I think that the fact if Tony presents her an offer, that's something that she can use to her advantage with these contract negotiations. But let's talk grand scheme of things. Triple H has already started.
This comment too. Hold on, real quick. This comment. I have a gripe with this.
It doesn't make sense.
But we're all dogging AEW on that. Who's getting a title shot at Clash at the Castle for the SmackDown Women's Champion?
I forget off the top of my head.
Piper Niven.
Oh, yeah.
How many single matches has Piper Niven won this year?
I can think of maybe 2.
0.
Is that cage match confirmed?
Yes. 0.
Okay.
Chad Gable asked for a title shot last night. And guess what he's getting at Clash at the Castle? So I understand the hate on Tony Khan and all that crap about AEW, but WWE kind of is doing the same thing. So let's
I mean it's and I think the difference lies in WWE will at least try to build a story of some kind to get to the match, whereas Tony Khan's just, hey, here's the match that we're going to give. That's the one difference that I see here. But we do have a couple of questions in the chat here. This is from Xander. Are they turning Judgment Day face slowly? Dom for sure.
Really?
Or not Dom, sorry. Not Dom, Damien, excuse me.
Okay,
Damien, no, that's my bad. I'm
scared me for
I
a
still
second.
don't know why I'm looking at you right now, okay?
Because I'm great. That's why. Thank you for having me tonight. Welcome to another edition. You know what I know you missed?
All right, that's it.
That's right. Wherever Johnny goes, that wheel goes, baby. I think Damian Priest is turning face soon. Yes. I don't think Finn Balor will be turning face. I don't think JD McDonough will be turning face. I think.
Yeah.
Why is Carly?
Why is JD McDonough in the group? I mean, why is that?
At least makes sense.
I know. I'm just saying. Carlito. That's another one. There's just kind of.
Doesn't make any sense.
Over on Raw. No, I agree with you. It doesn't. I mean, at least with Truth, there was not only the story, but they were actually making merch money off of it too. Carlito,
and it was funny.
Yeah.
Carlito's just kind of like, I have nothing else to do. How about I join Judgment Day? Okay,
it's like, it's a lot like trying to pick what table to sit at in the cafeteria when you're the new kid in town. He's the new kid on Raw, and that's just kind of what it is. But I mean, Damien definitely. I think by the end of the summer, singles face run is where we're at. Rhea as well. And we've talked about this a bunch of times on the show. You can keep Finn and JD as a tag team. Quite frankly, anybody that tweets out that they're a cock block is probably a heel.
I mean, they did. I mean, the man's just being honest. I mean, I thought it was 2006 all over again there for a second. Thought there, that's go watch the archives, dudes. I don't know if that's even up anymore. I don't know if you can go back and watch it anymore.
Probably not.
What a time.
But I think keep Finn and JD as a tag team. You can do the student versus mentor program down the line as well, and we'll go from there. And now we're gonna move it on to Will Fettuccini 68. Couple of questions here. First one: will the whole new Wyatt faction work without Bray? So far, I think that they're off to a good start. We'll come back to that question in a second. So far, it's off to a good start. The QR codes are a throwback to what Bray did to make his return. We're seeing, a lot of the most recent QR codes are showing that a lot of those Easter eggs are coming full circle for something. It's been a while since I sat down and really looked at all of those at once. So that might be a fun deep dive for the podcast, Dad and I. But I am inclined to believe that it will. Is it a bold take for them to try to continue something that was essentially the brainchild of Bray Wyatt and trying to give it new life without him? It is, but there's still the additional creative buffers backstage that have been working with Bray that they can still bounce ideas off of. And we don't know what has been archived as far as any ideas. I mean, we see a lot with musicians that pass on that there are catalogs of work that have not been released yet, but still have new life once they're in the hands of fresh creative. And I'm willing to go out on a limb and think that that's probably something that might be the case here as well. I mean, think about all the footage that we saw in just the documentary itself on Bray Wyatt. So imagine what we didn't see in that 90 minutes, you know?
I'm hoping it's more of a tribute than just kind of a rerun. Like, I hope that they make it a little different, but I'm thinking this is going to be a labor of love for Bo Dallas or whatever he's going to come in as, Uncle Howdy, whatever. I'm hoping it's more of a tribute. I hope it's not like a carbon copy of Bray Wyatt. I hope it's something a little altered, but like it'll be good to see these people on TV. Like, I think a Joe Gacy. I mean, Eric Rowan is coming back. That's pretty cool. Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss. These are the names rumored to
Joe
be in the
Gacy,
group.
Maybe. Yeah.
Dexter Loomis. Like, they haven't been doing anything. So getting people on TV is always good. And let's see what happens. There is a little bit of a void right now with the whole supernatural aspect of wrestling that was left by Bray Wyatt or The Undertaker that we've had for 30 plus years in the wrestling business, and there's not really anything like that right now. So this could be a fun change of pace. It's not like Karrion Kross is doing or AOP right now. It's going to be different. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm hoping I'm going to give it a chance at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, your thought being that it should be a tribute. I agree with you. I don't see any reason why they will find a way to royally F this up. No. Previous regime might, but I think this.
And you can't be Bray Wyatt. So
yeah.
I'm hoping that it's a little bit different.
Yeah. Another question. Thoughts on SummerSlam being 2 nights? I mean, this is just the new trend.
I heard you're going.
Yeah.
Wish it was this year.
60 days.
Yeah. No, hey, it's going to make money.
Yeah. And Mr. OTM found tickets to the Wrestling Nightclub. It's coming to Cleveland.
Oh, all right. Well,
it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
That sounds like a great time. Johnny was in a nightclub a couple days ago.
So was I.
Johnny does not kiss and tell. Look, this is going to make money. WrestleMania 2 nights has made a buttload of money. The new era of WWE is money, 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 right? Money. It's like Shane McMahon's back. But if it's going to make money and it makes sense for them to do it, they're going to do it. So we're probably going to see one of these big 5 in Saudi Arabia soon. So, because you know why? It's going to make money. That brings me back to the Natty point. Money talks. At the end of the day, if you can go make more money, I'm all for it. Like, this company is it's going to be, just billions of dollars here soon.
Yeah. I think for me, the only thing is I don't want to see every Big 5 become a 2-night affair. Royal Rumble, I don't want to see that become 2 nights. Exactly. SummerSlam is a show, especially because it's in the summertime. You can get away with doing a Saturday and a Sunday show because there may not be as many people that are worried about going to work the next day in the summertime. So, it's good for everybody, and this is again another chance to get everyone on the card. Especially if we're talking about these, these B shows, for lack of a better word, only having 4 or 5, 6 matches on, and not everybody getting that shine on the roster.
Yeah, these are their biggest 2 pay-per-views, so make them 2 nights.
These are OGs. Should they trade AJ for Gunther? I don't want Gunther in this whole Drew Punk Priest Seth storyline. Too crowded. AJ needs a dub. He would do well on Raw.
They talked about trades, and we haven't got any, so maybe. I don't know.
If this isn't a trade that I would do personally, I perfectly like AJ and Cody Rhodes because this is a feud we've not gotten in WWE before. Cody is at the top of his game right now. AJ Styles, yes, we're closer to the end than the beginning, but for 47 years old, he's moving around like a guy half of his age. SmackDown's the better fit for him just because I think that a lot of, our disillusion or dissatisfaction with AJ over the last year there have been all of these other names that they've been trying to get over that he's felt like he's been lost in the shuffle here. And I think that that's what would happen here if they moved him to Raw is that he probably would end up behind all of these guys when it comes to that world title picture. Whereas, I mean, he's very clearly the front runner now. I think they can get through the rest of the summer now that they've done this attack angle with Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. It's a feud that Cody desperately needs because there really hasn't been much of a plan for his championship reign other than he's going to take on all comers.
Also, I think it's more realistic that Gunther beats Priest than Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Plus, what if you trade Drew to SmackDown? Like have Punk
That'd be cool.
and Drew do their match at SummerSlam, and then he gets traded. Or the loser has to leave the brand or something like that, where they put a bow tie on that feud. Just a thought.
That's a fun one. Never thought about it.
I know. I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I am great. It is great to be back with you. Like I said, I missed your aura. When is he appearing?
I don't know.
Oh man. When is Solo's next PLE? You see him on SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Against who? I don't. Let's see. So what do they got right now?
Like, could you see him in LA Knight? But I see LA Knight and Logan Paul.
No, yeah, LA Knight, Logan Paul.
Randy Orton will probably challenge Cody. Who's left? Kevin Owens. Can they drag it out that long?
I don't really want them to. That's the thing. Is like, I think that with this bloodline story, everything that we got up, with the Roman as lead, all of those pieces need to remain in the past, So I can understand Kevin Owens being kind of a transition between kind of the two bloodline eras, but he should not be the focal point of them, especially now that we're kind of thinking, or at least I'm personally thinking, of Bloodline Civil War games.
When is Money in the Bank?
July 5th, like that first weekend of July, I want to say.
That's what he does. He costs Jey Uso the Money in the Bank.
So Solo versus Jey Uso, but they're on different brands.
Trade, pal. Are you trying to use logic in professional wrestling, sir?
Are you trying to piss me off by showing up today?
I didn't piss. Everybody else got the memo. Bill, you sent out the memo, correct? Look, just because you didn't check the email, that's not my fault.
You can tell Bill just for that. I'm going to rig the fantasy draft.
What you guys do in your own time is on you.
What, you never played fantasy football before?
The 6th. Get it right.
Okay. Who's winning the briefcases?
What briefcases? That's
Read
not the question.
The comment.
It says who's winning the Money in the Bank matches.
And what's suspended at the top of the ring to win those matches?
So you just told me to read the question, but you said something that wasn't on the question.
Yeah, who's winning the briefcases?
Or incorrect.
It implies.
So if we were in court, and I asked you to read the statement and you made that up, what would happen?
If you asked me to read the statement, I'd read the statement. But guess what? We're not under oath. This isn't a courtroom. Answer the question. Who's winning the briefcases?
Johnny's Court TV. We might have a spinoff. Guilty. Sustained. Objection. Overruled. Give me Carmelo Hayes and give me Tiffany Stratton.
I'm going to say
the big goal.
Lyra Valkyria. And Logan Paul.
Ugh. Barf.
Since you've driven me to have a tequila shot.
You know what would be a fun Money in the Bank?
What?
Winner? Rhea Ripley. That way you never know when she's going to finally get Liv again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I was, Mr. OTM says Tiffany and Braun. I was talking to my brother about this today as well, just kind of looking at, the overall landscape. Raw got the King of the Ring. SmackDown got the Queen of the Ring.
Queen.
I can see them.
You're a little delayed. I apologize.
Can I finish? I
was just helping you. You were a little delayed.
I swear to God.
So you think it flips? Raw gets the women's and SmackDown gets the men's?
That is my guess, yes.
I don't want Logan Paul.
Interesting. Xander doesn't believe that Braun needs the Money in the Bank briefcase. I would agree that he doesn't. I still think that he should be in the match because essentially his start to the main roster is, I'm pissed off that I wasn't in King of the Ring, and look what I'm doing to your roster as a result. So maybe you need to treat me a little bit better than you have, or else you won't have these problems. So that's kind of the,
Well, he also got a big win over the Speed champion. So we need to settle that score too.
Yeah. Liv's going to help Dom win Money in the Bank. Tiffany wins the women's. I'd have no problem with Tiffany winning the women's, but Dom had Tommy John surgery, so he is definitely not going to be ready by July. He
was out of the sling last night, though.
Yeah, but I guess those are different, because of the
baseball
motion. I guess that's fair. I mean, I only ever hear of it in baseball, and I know that that's a pretty lengthy recovery
I will say,
period. But
as a avid sports watcher, Bryce Harper, who plays for the Philadelphia Phillies,
who
also had Tommy John surgery and was out for 4 months. But because he's a position player, it doesn't affect him in the same way as a pitcher. So I don't know how it affects a wrestler because you're not having that throwing motion. I don't know what that looks like. But he was out of the sling last night, towards the end of the night. So
that's fair.
I don't know.
And Kyle's flip-flopping.
Yes, these are all subjects to change.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we still have 6 weeks worth of television. Closer to 4 or 5, but still plenty of time to figure things out. Jey Uso, you have to think, is a threat to the briefcase. What?
No.
What?
No, thank you. I don't want Jey Uso.
Okay. You might not want Jey Uso, but there's people out
Jay
there that do. Well, you can't have that right now.
Well, that's what I want. I don't care if I can't have it right now. That's what I want. Johnny gets what Johnny wants because Johnny is now under the learning tree, and I think you would be a lot better if you were under it because I think we have good Wi-Fi and you probably get the email.
I think it would be a lot better if you just...
You missed me. It's okay that you missed me. You can say it.
No, I didn't miss...
Everybody else missed me. Everybody else was very happy to see Johnny's back. Tell Taco I said
I am just so annoyed with you. I'm ready to say every swear word under the book, including Hollywood Terry and the other guy. I'm ready to say both of those names right now. We have been doing very well. The other guy has not been said since February 27th. Hollywood Terry since April 3rd. That is really, really good for me. Huh?
And who said it?
I know that I said it. I'm not saying that I don't.
Anything else you want to discuss? How's NXT tonight? Jordan Grace is on NXT tonight.
I can't wait. Jordan Grace is on NXT. We've got Jasmine Nix taking on Thea Hale. Random question. Favorite Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie? I'm loving the activity we've had in the chats here tonight. I'm going to say Pain and Gain, I think.
That was a good one.
It's entertaining as hell, right?
It's not a good movie, but
it's a deep cut though.
It is a good one.
Tony D'Angelo taking on Damon Kemp for the Heritage Cup. Looks like there is a final face-off. Yeah.
What happened to your brother?
Oh, he's now with the Bills.
And Cameron Grimes was not happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what can you do?
What didn't you say? Fightful said there's something big happening tonight.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen on Twitter here. Let me double check this just because I don't want to be wrong.
Well, that hasn't stopped you before.
You know what? Blow it out your ass.
No, thank you.
No, you're missing out. Okay.
Johnny eats chili dogs if he wants that. Skyline. If you ever in Cincinnati, have that little little neighborhood joint named Skyline. It's really good.
So this is 23 minutes ago from Corey Brennan. I heard Sean stood in during rehearsals for someone. I was also told previously Sean only participates in rehearsals to step in for a possible surprise. He's not been able to confirm if that's the case this time or where he stepped in, but very, very tight-lipped. So possibly worth for the podcast dad staying up late tonight. So I'll make sure to text him, but not geriatric fart's going to be in bed by 9 o'clock.
I mean, that doesn't mean the TV won't be on.
Okay.
Hey.
How would you know?
I missed you. Great to see your aura.
You got to lay off the weed. Okay.
Johnny doesn't do drugs.
Okay.
Yes, I do want to. Johnny is very interested in that. I saw Matt Riddle got announced for that.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to go, and if we're lucky, maybe the good doc Landon Hale will also be back to Revolver, if we're lucky. But also, before we wrap things up, just because I know we're running a little bit long here, shout out to the good doctor, because this is him going to the gym today, rocking the old Wrestling Junkies support independent wrestling t-shirt, and pretty pumped that he did that. Both halves of DNA will be there, so I think that we're probably going to have to make an appearance at this show. Johnny, if you want to come, I guess, whatever. But anything else to that?
That's a great looking shirt. This is also a great looking shirt. This is a great looking mug. You know what is not great looking? The hat that we don't have. So stop saying we have hats.
Okay, we have beanies, not hats. You want to design the damn hat? Then, earn your paycheck.
I don't care if I design the hat. Just stop saying we have it.
Are beanies not hats?
No, they're beanies, or they would be called hats.
Beanies are hats.
I'm not getting into this with you now.
Really? Okay, fine. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How do you know?
Then why the hell do they call it a hot dog?
I don't know. I'm not.
Why wouldn't you call it a hot dog sandwich?
I'm not the food name inventor. I'm just.
Do you
asking.
call it? So when you have a turkey sandwich, do you call it turkey, or do you say you have a turkey sandwich?
Sometimes I say I have a turkey sando. Is that a problem with you?
Jesus, get me out of here, Bill.
Hot dog's a taco.
No, a hot dog is a hot dog.
I don't know. Somebody that likes hot dogs and tacos. I mean, I think that you might.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. End the show. Never coming on this crap again. Yes. Johnny loves all of you fans out there. Yes, Johnny has been away. Johnny loves you. The wheel will make a return in due time. In due time. Follow us on the Main Event Network.
Follow us on the Main Event Network at Wrestling Junkies Pod on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Wrestling Junkies Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Junkies Pod. Make sure to follow Mr. Cincinnati at EB_ESQ at Junkies Pod. Follow me on
if
TikTok.
You do follow Mr. Cincinnati on X, it will take him 3 years to follow you back.
Whoops.
Yeah. That's a shoot, brother. Still mad about that.
Ooh, you're so edgy. You're so controversial.
That's not even Johnny. Followed you for a year and you didn't follow me back. You freaking co-host.
Character. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, now it's time to.
It's off the rails. I'm going 45 minutes.
It's your
fault.
fault.
I gotta go get my kids, or my wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8:30 for Wine Down Wednesday. Grab your Pinot, grab your Merlot, grab your Martha's Shard like I've got. And
what did you say? Grab your what? Oh, your Pinot.
Your Pinot, and grab your Martha's
Shard. I thought you said something else. That's why Johnny doesn't show up that often.
This is why we can't have nice things. But that's going to do it for us tonight. As always, make sure to hit that QR code, like, share, subscribe. Help us to grow those numbers up. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year, and we need your help to do it. That's all I've got. Jonathan, anything else?
How dare you? Only my mother gets to call me Jonathan.
Jonathan Van Francis.
You know what? End the show. Bill,
See you.
it's great
See
seeing
you
you.
guys tomorrow.